Peace, family. 19 Keys tapping in with you. Hope y'all feeling blessed, powerful. Currently on my way to go shoot a new high-level conversation show. About to start production on some season 3. I hope y'all enjoy season 2. You know, I think we had some bangers in season 2. We approaching our first year anniversary soon on the show. Crazy to think that we had 25 million views and we haven't even reached our first year yet. You know, I think this has to be the fastest growing show in the culture. Very magical, something that we did that's different than the rest of the world. You know, we made history and we continue to make history, and I look forward to making more. Right, we have some very powerful. I'm flying out to New York to go shoot 2 back-to-back ones. These are gonna be special. Y'all gonna like this. Y'all gonna like the guests that we have on this show. The topics we're gonna talk about. It's only getting better and better. You know, we have a tour in the works. You know, it's a lot of conversation, a lot of things coming our way. Things are getting bigger, things are getting better every single day. You know, and I really want to let y'all know, you know, it's beautiful to have a vision. It's beautiful to dream, right? There's a lot of people that may be sitting on their dreams instead of getting up, you know, and working. And I'm not a person that like to sit on my dreams. I'm a person that likes to execute. You understand me? And so, you know, doing high-level conversations has really been a dream come true, because it's something that I thought about for a very long time. Just as far as getting the information out to the public, the way that we do it. You know, it's beautiful to come in the time that we come in, because we get to study all of the greats. We get to study what they've done before us, right? And we get to now execute on it. You know, and that's the most beautiful thing. You know, and we're doing a lot of work out here, and we plan on doing a lot more. We have a nonprofit right now that we're working with, teach people. There's a lot of stuff that's about to really come that we're going to be, you know, pushing out over these next few months that I want y'all to get involved. And more important, you know, for me, work is my pilgrimage. You know, like, everybody's spiritual today, but there's a lot of spiritual laziness. You know, people kind of use consciousness as a de facto to be lazy, to do nothing, you know. It's kind of those people that think about, well, what's the point of life? What's the point of doing anything? I can't control anything. The government, the world, the systems, the man. You know, I don't think like that, because those who built up the world that is, they worked extremely hard to get there. Those who are in power and control and in possession of, you know, the conspiratorial thought processes of the world that control the crowd, feeling, and mind, they worked extremely hard to get where they are. And they started from a deficit. They started from a deficit, then they control the whole world. So we can't be starting from a deficit, you know, and then afraid to go put that work in, because if you think of yourself as an individual, yeah, it's impossible. But if you think of yourself as a part of a collective of individuals producing and doing good, then that means all things are possible. You know, Satan is a collective of individuals doing bad. You know, so God really has to be, you know, the collective of individuals doing good, you know, to administer some justice and some freedom and some equality within this world. You know, so our generation has the responsibility to change what we want to see, right? The world is getting increasingly more dangerous for those who are lazy, right? We see bank failures, we see food shortages, right? We see currency wars. We see, you know, so many different gender wars going on, right? We see ideological and philosophical wars, psychological wars that are happening, spiritual warfare that is happening on multiple different bases and levels. And if you're not keeping up with it, you're waiting for somebody at the top, right? Because this has been a trick. It's to get you to think that, and this is how powerful people stay powerful, is that when things happen, you think, how are the powerful people going to help me? You can't be against those people and subconsciously want their help at the same time. You know, it's a trick of the mind, and you may not even realize it, right? So you sitting here maybe thinking about, damn, I don't like the gov, but at the same time, you sitting there and waiting on the government to do something for you, right? Mad at them because they not making the right decisions. This is all a trick of the mind. Because if I can get you to depend on me, right, then I'll become the pimp that helps. That's the game. I'll smack you and help you up. It's pimping. You know, so self-reliance, a mindset of regalness, right? That regalness. Everybody has to act in a manner of regalness today. We need more intelligent people in the world with naturally intelligent skills, right? That know how to think, know how to strategize, know how to apply game theory in situations so they can get the best outcome for themselves in everyday circumstances. I talked to BWR the other day and we did a full session on game theory and the art of thinking, strategic thinking, right? Which is very important because most people don't think strategic. And one thing we talked about was the ability to detach and to think, emotionally detach from every situation that may occur, right? And stop and think versus emotionally reacting, right? Because most people are connected to everything, whether, you know, it's music, relationships, products. We have so many attachments that our strings can be pulled in all directions. So the only way to detach, right, you have to practice it in a training sequence of everything that happens, emotionally detach, right? Somebody can call you with news. You have an automatic reaction of attraction to that news, good or bad. And so you react because we are organisms of reaction. Instead, detach. Somebody can trigger you because they know you, so they can get you to react. Instead, we detach. And in practicing that detachment, in that moment, we stop and we think. When you stop and you think, what pops up is options. Okay, what should I do? A, B, or C? In the moment that you're reviewing your options, that's what we call strategy. Right? Now, how good you are and the type of options that you're able to review is based on your ability to think. But thinking in the moment requires past education, means you have to build up your mind so that split moment decisions are based upon all of the hours of thinking, exposure, environment, and education, right, that you've put into yourself. So the way that you react right now, the way you move right now, the way you think right now, the way you talk right now, the way you execute right now is all based on past exposure, environment, education, execution, experience. Right? So, you know, studying the art of thinking is very key for anybody. Studying the way of self, the way of your mind, so that you can detach yourself from the world, because the world has gotten to a point where it's about controlling the desires of human beings. Now, I can give y'all some extreme game on how this works on a mass level and how nobody is excluded from this. Right? If you live in the world, if you live in the cities, if you watch news, you watch social media, you buy products from corporations, nobody is excluded from mass propaganda. Nobody is excluded from none of this. You understand me? So that tells me that everybody has the responsibility to train themselves up to the highest level, right? I don't really have time to review that particular game right now, but we're going to break it down on tour. You know, we're going to break it down when we meet y'all in Oakland, meet you in Toronto. You know, we're going to break it down on high-level conversations. You feel me? But if you don't know how to think, I feel sorry for you, right? We got ChatGPT-4 coming out. They just announced it officially, and today they're doing a demo, and it's what they call a multi-module system, to where, you know, it's going to have vast language processing, much like 30 times better than the current ChatGPT. It's going to be able to recognize images, describe images, you're right, create image. It's going to be able to work with multiple models together, you know, to think essentially. So that's what they're creating. They're creating a brain. Like, so my formula for artificial intelligence, if you watch the high-level conversation I did on it is what? Artificial intelligence plus emotional intelligence equals, or artificial intelligence plus natural intelligence equals enhanced intelligence. Somebody say, don't do no more interviews with... I never did an interview with Vlad, and I did an interview with Adam.22 because I believe that his audience needs the exposure of somebody like myself. So I just want to sidebar that. Y'all say don't do interviews with people. I don't fear these white men. I don't fear these guys with these platforms because, you know, once you expose somebody to the light, you know, now they have the opportunity to choose to come tap into the high-level conversations. If somebody is gathering our people up to feed them ignorance and they say, hey, I've gathered hundreds of thousands of your people and I'm feeding them ignorance, I'm going to give you an opportunity to feed them light. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going over there and feeding them some light, right? Otherwise, then that means that I'm directly saying, no, I'm not going to help none of those people. No, we have the art of marketing is to go to platforms to where they have audiences different than yours, which increases your exposure. That's marketing itself. If you go to platforms that share the exact same audience, there's no growth, right? You can't grow staying in a silo. So, you know, we that's strategic thinking, right? It has to be a win-win. There's a lose-lose or there's a win-lose in those situations. That's it. Somebody say, isn't all these platforms are against us? You think it stops at that? World Star Hip Hop was against us. But because it wasn't white owned, nobody was speaking against it. Shade Room is not for us, but because it's not white owned, nobody's speaking against it. Come on, man. Like, we gotta, you know, I'm more of a practical individual the way I think. We know that Shade Room is a very toxic blog site. So what's the difference between them and Vlad? What's the difference between them and Adam.22? I don't see any. I'm gonna be honest with you. But that's because I got natural intelligence, so I know how to look at things with a level of discernment, and I practice emotional detachment, right? So therefore I can see things not based on my feelings towards them, but based on a reality of how can they be used specifically for the progress of the mission. That's it. Somebody say, brother, I don't care about Vlad. You keep bringing up Vlad, man. I never met him, never talked to him, and don't plan on going on that platform. So let's just forget about that, brother. You know, let's focus. Over the last year, we built up a platform, 25 million views and counting, going on 26 million views. Let's just focus on high-level conversations. I've been on Breakfast Club. The interview I did with them did almost 600,000 views. I put out my own show. At that time, I didn't even have high-level conversations yet. At the time, I did Breakfast Club. And that was one of my biggest interviews on Breakfast Club at that time. And I remember I wanted to go on there so bad because, you know, that's one of those platforms that gives you exposure. Then I started my show, and we got episodes reaching up to 5 million views. But everything is a stepping stone, right? And sometimes that what you're looking for is only going to happen when you create your own. You know, I done been on all of the top black shows in the culture. All of them. And I won't let nobody derail my conversation into ignorance regardless of whose show I go on. It always has to be a conversation that's progressive with some solutions inside of it, with truth being spilled out for the ears to hear, for the mind to see. If it ain't that, I don't want it. So yeah, let's focus on, you know, the new black media, man. Let's focus on the real. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all y'all so stuck on what somebody else is doing. That's why they growing. Nobody cares about none of them other platforms. Let's focus on what we doing. Nobody shows up at your funeral and start talking about what everybody else did. They gonna talk about what you did, what you lived for when you die. The impact that you made. Nobody's gonna show up to your funeral and be like, yo, let's talk about the white man and let's talk about bad and let's talk about no. Live your life to build out something consequential. So when that you die, people can talk about the impact that you had while you were alive. We waste so much time living on gossiping and rumors and complaining instead of working. That ain't me. I'm gonna work. I'm not wasting my time on this earth. You know, everything that I've done, nobody gave me permission. Ain't no OGs call me and be like, Keys, I want to help you. None. We just had to get everything out the mud. Right? So, you know, take my life currently as a living example. I done had successes and failures. I done started up goddamn whole programs where, you know, I had to go through lessons of startups and lose money and lose friendships and lose partnerships only so that I can be guided into the right ones and to learn the best way and the right way to do things. But you know, those who do the most make the most mistakes. Those who do nothing make no mistakes. So some people may want to expose your mistakes, but that just means you out there working. Those people that ain't did nothing, all they got is time to try to expose people that's out there doing something. But that's the only value that they have to their name, is in connection to somebody doing something valuable. So we don't worry about them. We work on us. You show me a show that has grown faster than high-level conversations. All right, I'm gonna get the brother Vagabond out here, man. You on some weird type of time, man. If you acting weird, man. We gonna get you out of here if you keep doing all that. You know, I always tell y'all this. Remember this, man. If y'all see somebody standing next to me, they sold out to God. We gotta have a certain undoubting belief in each other to where, you know, we got to start. When I see my brother and I see a person building in the culture, I'll be like, ooh, they sold out to God. Instead of people give all the praise to the devil anytime somebody stand next to somebody in the industry or something. Oh, he's selling his soul. He in the Illuminati. Nah, how about what if that person sold out to God? Y'all don't believe in God no more? I'm saying, like, do people only believe it in the books? People only believe in God from messengers and prophets and books? That was the only people that talked to God and did messages and missions for God? I'm trying to understand. I hear the word talking about the devil more than they talk about God now. It's been God has been colonized. People don't even say the word God no more. Like, we got to get used to that. Like, get used to that. Like, we talking about what the devil got planned so much, we don't never talk about what God got planned. And when I say sell out to God, because God ain't going to ask you to sell out, but, you know, he going to ask you to stay down. You feel me? Stay up with him. Because you already on his side, so it's not a sell out, right? But it's, you know, a proclamation that I'm on his side. But what I'm saying, if somebody that's on the side of the devil, then they got to sell out to God, because they got to come back over this side. Like, you know what? No, I'm rocking with brother on God mission, or you rocking with the one with the devil division. It's up to you. But if you come rock with 19 Keys, then that means that they turning over to this side. That means that they out here trying to push some godliness, some consciousness, and I ain't did nowhere near the work that I need to be doing yet. But I also realize that I won't let the world stress me out to their expectations, because then I won't have nothing left for my own sanity. So you have to take your time in this world step by step. There's people that, man, they wish 19 Keys was doing this. They wish 19 Keys was promoting their teacher, their religion, their ideology, their philosophy, their agenda, their program, their team, their organization. Because I have a platform that, which is the operative word, that I build up. They can say amen. Amen ain't praising the person. He's praising the God within that person. It's praising the stream of thought that a person speaks. Person say amen, that's what they doing, because God works through human beings. So I see plenty of God in my brother. My brother is a God. That's how we operate. You know, I don't like when people tag me if somebody is saying something negative on me. No, I'd rather you just be there, just defend the name. That's it. Don't bring that to my forefront, because all they want is exposure. But that ain't my strategy though. I'm not gonna get a devil more exposure. He got enough. Instead, I'd rather prop up my brother that's on my side, that's with me. Like, you can show me somebody that's talking bad on me and show me somebody that's talking good on me. I'm not gonna repost and engage with the negative. I'm gonna repost and engage with the godliness. Because that person obviously on devil time, on demon time. And unless they really an enemy of the state and they threaten me, that's a different conversation. You know, then that's when things gotta, you know, that's life. You feel me? Things gotta be handled different way. But anything else, everybody just be chasing clout. You know? As a black man in America, you can't ask me to do no more. I'm one of the 0.1%. You can't ask me to do no more than what I've done. I don't claim to be nobody's leader. I don't claim to tell nobody to follow me and none of those things. What I do is try to get you to think. And if you got a great mind, you can follow yourself. I know what my power is. I know what I could be doing. You know, we take the hardest route possible. Every time y'all see me on the red carpet or see me in the media or see me doing something, it's because we use our mind to get there. Ain't nothing was given. We learn the game and we strategic and we learn how to move. So we showing you how to move in the world. That's it. We showing you how to move in a world where you ain't gotta have no excuses. And then we use everything for leverage, because the goal is to get more exposure to God. That's it. You give me all the attention in the world, you know, and I'm gonna put some light in the mind. So, you know, my ancestors did amazing things. My ancestors took down Roman armies, you know, utilizing the tools at my disposal to gain access in this world. That ain't the hard job. The hard job in this world is just keeping your mind clear and straight and focused. That's it. Everything else is easy in this world. The hard job in this world is keeping your mind clear and focused. It is not a good thing. Listen, ladies, let me give you some game. Fellas, give you some game. The worst thing you can do for a man is stress him out. Because men, biologically, we decrease in testosterone when we are stressed and we have anxiety. That decrease in testosterone decreases our ability to focus and enjoy life, right? So, fellas, if you're in a relationship and somebody is stressing you out, you have to leave them immediately for your own sanity. While a lot of men commit suicide, that testosterone decrease kills them. Anybody stress you out, leave them. They trying to kill you. People putting too much on your plate without, you know, recharging you, leave them. They trying to kill you. So when people always tell me, do more, like, damn, you didn't even check to see if I'm enough. You ain't even give me the props of what I've done. You're not even seeing if I have enough to even do more. You don't even check to see if I'm replenished first. I'm not letting nobody kill me. Nah, my job, shout out to Master Investor in here. Every time I see that brother, bro, you the best, you do this, that's recharging. Before you give me more responsibility, give me more power. I'm not letting nobody, I'm not letting the world, I'm not letting nobody stress me out. So any woman, fellas, I'm just giving you this game, and ladies, this is game too. If you cannot, and this is why a man would choose a woman that brings peace to his life. Don't give a damn how much money you make. If you bring that man stress, you killing him. That's not how we biologically wired. So women say men need to study women. Women need to study men. That's how we get to know each other. This ain't no goddamn gender wars. Ain't no gender wars. We end it by not acknowledging it. When we acknowledge it, we talk about it, we feel it, it becomes a real thing, it becomes an entity, it becomes a metaphysical reality over the world that people can capitalize off of it, which create new customer bases for capitalists. Come on, man. Y'all got to understand the game that this world play on you every single day. Most people don't know what they need. People only know what they desire. So you go your whole life buying things that you desire, and the whole time you starving your needs. So you're gaining more but depriving yourself. Dying. While it feels like you're accomplishing. Oh, the world got you. The world got, it's a cold game out here, man. Who gonna tell it to you straight up though? Who gonna give you that? You ain't gonna hear this on the news. You ain't gonna hear this from your entertainers because that ain't their job. They said I never said I was an entertainer. When somebody said there's an entertainment, they're an entertainer, guess what? They're telling you, take nothing I say serious. Everything that I do is to feed into distraction and or escapism. Remember that. This is why we don't take, entertainers, and I mean just the broad range of whoever fits in that category. When you start following entertainers, you're following entertainment. You're following a trap. You're following distraction. So they can wear big, ugly boots. That's entertainment. That's okay for them to do. These guys wear purses and get makeup and do all kind of weird stuff and wear devil belts and worship and doing all. They entertainers. That's what they do. That's not what you're supposed to do. When you start following the entertainer, that makes you a fool. I've never seen nobody that was so impressed by a clown that they go put on the same exact suit to walk around in. Except in hip-hop culture. Except in this new entertainment society where they make entertainers the new leaders. Clowns are cool for kids. Clowns are funny. That don't mean you gonna put on a goddamn clown suit and walk around. It was okay when they had it on because their job was to entertain. I'm just telling you what the real truth is. That's all. So y'all gotta stop putting on the fucking clown suits because the clown is entertaining. And stop expecting more from the clown because that's all their job is to do, is to clown around. That's it. You know what's rising? Black families are rising. There's no gender war. Black males and females are getting along. We tapping into our ancestral intelligence. We working on becoming smarter and building financial portfolios so that we can have wealth. We're taking greater responsibility. Everything is just getting better. Don't that sound better? Don't that sound greater than the world feeding you all negativity? And for the most part, you don't live that in your life, but it feels real because it's fed to you. What does that mean? They're controlling what you feel and what you think, but is it reality? It becomes reality by feeding your perception. But in your daily life, you don't experience that. But the moment you start believing it, you take it home, and now it becomes a reality locally. Man, y'all gotta stop playing, man. Make sure y'all show up to Oakland, Bay Area. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets to Toronto. And when I go on tour, make sure you show up, man. This is gonna be one of the most powerful things that I've done in my life. We 25 million views in, fastest growing show ever. You know what I'm saying? The culture. Ain't nobody can tell us nothing. We ain't had we ain't got no sponsor backing. No liquor company sponsored us. None of that. Nobody can say none of that. What can they say? We did it all off integrity and realness and authenticity. Man, if it's something to be championed, it's that. Man, off intellect. You know what I mean? We put that crown on and show you some regalness. We show you how to be a man, how to be a woman, give you the game. Come on now. So when I don't see people champion that, I see what's wrong with the world. That's when I see what's wrong with the world. Man, people will go past all that that's happening that's good to go complain about all that's going wrong. Man, that's what's wrong with the goddamn world. Oh, Keys, I love what you're doing. Man, you ain't never said that publicly. Why you saying it privately? What's wrong? Why is there so much hate? Even isn't this what you wish for? This is what you dream for? 25 million people tapped in. People go watch, but they ain't gonna help. So that's when you learn that it's your responsibility to strategize. It's your responsibility to grow things. It's your responsibility to build them. Because you can have 25 million people following you, but you're not going to get money from your audience from that pool. No, people got shit backwards. I put up, man, well over 6 figures, maybe multiple 6 figures last year. I got to go look at the numbers to do high-level conversations. This was a real production. And we gave it out to the people for free. People put that kind of money up. They put it in the movie theaters and they put it behind a paywall. People is putting rumors and gossip behind a paywall. Ain't talking about shit. They'll make you pay to hear comedy. They gonna make you pay to hear rumors and gossip. They'll make you pay to see some crusty chick underwear on OnlyFans. Man, no, we did the opposite, so I don't owe nobody nothing. Let me talk my talk for a minute, man. That's all. I'm about to go to the airport. I just had to talk my talk for a minute. Just remind, I don't owe nobody nothing, man. We did it the real way. Yeah. We did it the real way. You understand me? So when I run into people and they say their life has changed, I run into people and they tell me they've been trying to figure out ways to get their children to listen and obey, and they finally show them the high-level conversations or the clips and the lectures or the 19 keys, YouTube or whatever, and they finally able to sit down and listen, and now they can find alignment and commonality in their household. That's what we do it for. People walk up to me, they done made this kind of money because they done took this game. I don't ask for nothing. 90+% of the audience, they're not customers. So even when black people do businesses and they be like, oh, you get money from black people. What? First of all, we got millions of people of all backgrounds, all colors, all races, all over the globe. That's number one. And number two, Apple does it, Amazon does it, Google does it. Every major company in the world is doing it openly. Nobody has a problem with it. Number three, 90% of the customers that we give openly free game, knowledge, information, tools, and services to are not even customers. So I'm always giving more than I receive. So we don't worry about complaints. That's how I'm able to live peacefully, and I my whole family works with me and for me. You understand me? We ain't just talking, and we living examples. And now we got some programs that we gonna push over the standard, because my job is delegation. My job is working with the best in the world. Don't play with it, man. I got one of the greatest minds to ever exist, and that's me being humble. Yeah. They try to weaponize black confidence. They weaponize black confidence. When a man has confidence, it's weaponized like it's toxic, like confidence is toxic. No, that ain't cockiness. You don't constantly need somebody to tell you to be humble. Go tell that man to stay confident. Have superior confidence. Go execute. Push your will out into the world. Be yourself. That's what we need to hear more. Y'all killing these young boys before they even get self-esteem. Killing these young girls before they get self-esteem. You understand me? That's why they got to augment every part of their body, because they don't even know how to love themselves. Man, listen, don't let me get started, man. I'm on my way to New York. We about to go shoot season 3, high-level conversations. We about to put 75 million more views on the board. I ain't even counting streams. I ain't even counted the audio side. I've only been telling y'all about the video side. Oh, man, God is good. Allah Akbar. Like I said, man, I don't see people using the word God no more. They make it weird for people to use the word God. So when you can't say God, who's in charge? I just want a generation. I want a society of people that's tapped in with me. When you see these crowns, man, that's a representation of confidence, man. It exudes it. When people wear that, you know what I mean? You see that confidence, that energy. When you walk through the room, it's regalness. You get that respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Who's making, that's the most beautiful headwear on the planet Earth. And we put the electromagnetic frequency chips inside them. Y'all ain't even know that. We've been doing that for the last 5 years. God, get been ahead of the time, man. We ain't let nobody dispel that. You feel me? So listen, man. What happens over this next year is going to be vital and important. It's about creating more leaders, creating more people that know how to think, you know, so that regardless of what happens in this era, regardless of what happens in this world, man, we always got somebody to carry it on. Yeah, we high level with everything we do. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm gonna hop on this plane. Make sure I don't miss my flight. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Stay high level. I see you in Oakland. Yeah, see you in Bay Area. Me and Dame Dash. It's gonna be real special. Then I'm gonna see y'all in Toronto. 2 days back to back, sold out. Yeah, they never did it like this before. Never will.